Wow. George Floyd was murdered by Minneapolis police, and he's since been fired. But he hasn't had any charges. He hasn't been charged with any crimes. So my question is, why is that? It seems obvious to me that Mr. Floyd had difficulty breathing. He was begging for his life. He was pleading with the officer to help. He was in pain, distressed. Yet I saw the officer that was involved directly, who was applying his knee on the gentleman's neck, and just seemed to be non-responded to anything. To me, it seemed like he was enjoying that he had control, that he had someone's life right there, literally on him. You know, we have a phrase in the community that says, keep your foot on their neck when you're trying to make a point, or when you're trying to get justice, or when you're trying to get an issue resolved, to apply the pressure, keep applying pressure on them, so to speak. You know, people will say, yeah, keep putting your foot on their neck. Well, that's literally what this officer did. He kept applying pressure every time the gentleman was asking for some type of aid, asking for help, pleading, begging, literally begging for his life. And that officer and several other officers that was there it just fell on deaf ears to them. Just like a lot of people of color cries for justice, it falls on deaf ears. There is a different process that African Americans have to go through when they're seeking justice. We jump through all types of hoops since slavery up into present day. We have been jumping through every hoops that they want us to jump through. Everything. There's never a direct line to who you need to see to get things like this addressed immediately. It's always, we'll get back with you. Yeah, just file paperwork and we'll get back with you when we got time. Someone will get back with you. So, are you surprised at the behavior of these officers, what they do, and they do it so cavalierly as this killer cop did when he had this gentleman's handcuffed, lying on the ground. Didn't seem like he was a threat, but yet we had to apply pressure with his knee to his neck, and ultimately he succumbed to this killer's hands, pretty much. This country will never be great because it just doesn't operate towards greatness. It maneuvers in a more sinister way when it comes to dealing with people of color. It just seems that whenever there's some type of tension that might be involved in making an arrest, the police officers are willing to go the extra mile to subdue any suspect or citizen that doesn't bow down immediately to their commands. You know, slam their head on the concrete. They'll beat up little 14-year-old girls. They will, you know, you saw it back in the 60s with the dogs. Water, you know, they're spraying water on people. This is amazing how you can walk around with these red hats or stating, "Let's make America great again," and fly Nazi flags in a country where the American flag is supposed to be the only flag that should really be flying in this country. You know, I thought you couldn't fly another flag in a country that was treason, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Man, it's a tough one, man. I mean, I'm all over the place, so forgive me, but you can't continue to think that people are going to keep going for the same old. And you can't keep wheeling out certain civil rights activists and certain people who just flock to these situations for photo shoots to say that was there. So it's just not going to fly anymore. So my heart goes out to that man's family, because believe me, he didn't deserve to die like that. That was tough, man. But I don't have the answers, man. I'm just living in a world, in a country, we're really a country that's just they don't really care about justice or freedoms or anything. It just seems like your rights are just being strike that. I don't even know if we have any rights anymore. Do we? I mean, do we have any rights anymore? Where do we go from here? How do we get past another preventable murder? You know, you got cops going to the wrong address, going in, killing innocent people. It's just crazy, man. It's just weird. It's just well, let's just hope. Let's hope that we can get past this. It is really, really unfortunate. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm just not going to be, I'm not going for the okie doke no more, man. I'm not going for anything they tell me. I'm not going for anything that the narratives they try to push through. I'm just going to make my own decisions. I'm just going to be like, okay, what are you saying? What did the young man do? Okay, he did this. Was it warranted death penalty? Was it warranted death sentence? Was it warranted him being murdered? Ah, boy. It's a tough one. All right, I'm gone. Have a good weekend.